going to go in the video.
Yes. So how are you? Nice to see you. Tell everybody where you are currently.
I'm in Kreuzberg, Straße.
You don't have to tell them where you live. You don't want everyone coming. Just say what city.
Yeah, I'm living in Berlin, in Kreuzberg. I'm a DJ producer. I'm living in Berlin for about 5 years.
Cool.
And yeah.
I should have told you shirts are optional, but it's nice that you put a shirt on. Because I know you're fond of... What? Can you show me that again, please? I rather like it. Nice.
Is this going to go in the video?
Yes. Nice.
One version.
I should say, don't do or say anything that you don't want your mum to see. But anyway, too late now.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm going to show my mum the video, so it'll have to be censored for sure.
Okay, done. So,
okay, maybe we should just have like a disco dance, maybe with some music, and then do the interview. How's that?
Yeah, that would be cool. I'm really I'm up for that.
Yeah, just to kind of like loosen up and kind of stretch and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to talk about your new EP, Visions.
Yeah, the upcoming one.
Yeah, so tell me a bit about that. I love Disco Nomad is my favorite track. It's just like it's a real banger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically I made a bunch of tracks last year, and they were like the pick of the bunch, and yeah, it's very dance floor orientated EP. Some people might go, how come you're making super dance floor music and there's no dance floors? But I think just like a certain kind of like, there's no dance floor, but still kind of like making dance music. I mean, like it's kind of like this kind of vibe of like the show goes on. We can't make ourselves so small to this pandemic. We have to kind of fight back and keep this sort of celebration of dance and the magic that comes around dance.
So what label is your new release on?
My new release, the upcoming Visions EP, is on Clutching at Straws.
Okay, cool. That's where we can grab a copy. So I take it will be out on Juno, on all the...
On Juno, Bandcamp, iTunes.
Cool.
Also in physical format.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And yeah.
So yeah, I did bring you a biscuit if you want it.
Oh, cookie! I'd love that. Thank you very much.
Pouch, which is so it's nice and warm.
Oh, lovely! I'd love that now.
And I've got one as well, which is gluten-free, sugar-free, and everything else free. So it tastes like cardboard.
Okay, but you're gonna love it. You're gonna enjoy it.
Okay. So your last EP. The Journey.
Oh yes.
Emperor's Dance. Is it called Emperor's Dance?
Yes. Emperor's Dance A-side.
Yes, I love that track. That's like my favorite track of yours.
Thank you.
I want to know, because it has a really summery feel, were you inspired by love? Let's ask that question.
I guess not probably love as we know it, but definitely I was inspired by love. I guess I was going through a process with my music, and I always felt I was making kind of clubby sort of tracks. And then I felt, what would it be like to make something a bit more internal, a bit more softer, a bit more tender. So here we are.
When you were playing in Berlin, did you have a favorite club to play in?
I think it's always different. There's always like a different atmosphere. I really like Paloma Bar. Last year I played there. It turned out to be like 10 hours on my own.
Oh, wow, that's great.
And that was really cool. I really like playing intimate, really small, intimate spaces because the dynamics are different. And I always kind of focus on music that I always kind of find healing and kind of working on a deeper level of a dance. And in Paloma Bar, you can play music that perhaps you can't play in another club. So I've always been some way magnetized to Paloma Bar, and it's only down the road as well, so it's well handy.
Very convenient.
Yeah.
Let me try this biscuit again. It really does taste like cardboard.
But is it nice though?
No, it tastes like cardboard.
Don't eat it so.
I saw that you played at Kit Kat Club. How was that? You had your shirt off again.
There's a bit of a common theme happening here, isn't there, with the shirt coming off?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I played for the Disco Bazaar party in the dungeon. Yeah, it's, as you could imagine, or maybe not imagine, it's pretty full on. I mean, when you're playing, there's a lot of things happening around you.
I want to know about the goings on. Tell me about the goings on.
Oh, really?
Is it anything you can tell me? If your mum's listening, okay, maybe not. But what sort of naughty goings on with it? I've never been to Kit Kat Club. What sort of naughty goings on were there?
You want me to go into some details?
All right, maybe not.
Yeah,
between us.
Anything is possible. I mean, yeah, it's going to probably shock you a lot. For first timers, when I went there the first time, I was pretty shocked and a bit reluctant to go back. And then I ended up getting a gig there, and I went back. And it's certainly a unique energy when it comes to clubs in Berlin.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a feast for the senses.
I mean, was it like full on kit off? Everyone was going at it in different corners, kind of thing.
And there's that aspect, and then there's also on the dance floor, people dancing and people getting loose and people, dancing together and whatever comes of that, I guess you could say.
I didn't ask you this question actually. What genre of music would you say is the biggest influence on your own music?
Wow. I think I kind of oscillate between 80s synth pop and 90s deep house.
Right.
So basically, yeah, the 80s synth pop, late 80s, around 87, 88. And then when I was going to clubs from about 97 on, deep house and all the electronic genres around that. So deep house to synth pop would be the biggest influence.
You can definitely hear the 80s in your new album. I would, in your new EP.
In the Visions EP, is it?
Yeah, in the Visions EP for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks very much.
Yeah. No, it's groovy. Does it feel really strange at the moment? Like pre-COVID Berlin and post-COVID Berlin. I mean, it's very different at the moment in terms of culture and lifestyle and.
Yeah, I think it just feels really. Yeah, well, of course, the clubs and the social aspect is completely gone now.
Yeah.
It feels quite primitive, like in normal times, you might look forward to going to a club or an art gallery or go to a movie. Your options were endless. Whereas now you're kind of looking forward to, okay, maybe it's going to be sunny tomorrow. I can go for a walk, or maybe I can buy some nice tomato soup and I'm going to enjoy that.
Yeah.
Put yourself out there now.
Seize those moments. I mean, it must be really difficult for single people. I mean, it's difficult for couples as well. Yeah, the single people. It's difficult for couples as well. I mean, oh gosh, like you're comparing your COVID bellies and you're moaning about whose turn it is to replace the last roll of toilet paper.
Keep on being present.
Keep the fire burning. As great.
Yeah,
yes.
Gwen McRae.
Oh yes.
I was only listening to it yesterday. I should pull
You
it
were
out.
listening to it yesterday.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Keep the fire burning, baby.
Yeah, keep the fire burning.
Yeah.
For real.
Keep the fire burning. That's my best effort.
Okay, wrong key, but we won't go there.
Yeah, top marks for effort.
Right, top marks.
Sweet as.
Sweet as.